Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news is happening on Michigan State's campus, where the Department of Education has fined the university millions of dollars in the sexual assault case against Larry Nassar. Let's get right on over to Rod Maloney. He joins us from the Local 4 newsroom with more on this story. Rod, the Education Department says MSU failed to protect its students in this record fine.
That's right. The Department of Education coming down hard on Michigan State University, fining the school $4.5 million and forcing the school to make major changes to its Title IX programs. Comes in what the DOE calls a systemic failure to protect students from sexual abuse. It's the largest ever fine of its kind. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos called the Nassar case abhorrent, inexcusable, and a total and complete failure to follow the law and to protect students. Now, among the findings of this two-track investigation, the university failed to properly classify reported incidents and disclose crime statistics, failed to issue timely warnings in accordance with federal regulations, failed to identify and notify campus security, and did not establish a proper system for collecting crime statistics from required sources. Ultimately, the investigation found that MSU showed a complete lack of administrative capability. That is damning. And one more thing, and the damning findings here, is that not only did the DOE cite Larry Nassar and his sexual abuse, but the DOE also included former MSU Dean of Osteopathic Medicine and Nassar supervisor William Strample. Now, the university is required to make substantial changes to the school's Title IX procedures, also is required to have the school go back and give victims more assistance and review actions of current and former employees who had notice but failed to take appropriate action. Now, we have reached out to the university, to Michigan State University, about the report. It just came out about the last half hour or so, and so they have not given us a response yet. It's likely that we'll get one later in the day. Reporting live in the newsroom, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
And of course, we'll have that here on Local 4. Ron, thank you. GM CEO Mary Barra scheduled to meet with President Donald Trump today at the White House. This will be for a closed meeting. Reuters is reporting that they're going to discuss trade, changing fuel efficiency standards, and UAW negotiations. Now, it could be contentious, considering the president has blasted GM and Barra several times in his tweets over the past year, and then again this week. And now to a Local 4 News update. Michigan State Police have arrested a suspect in the murder of a man from Inkster. Nick Jones got into a fight with a stranger on Lehigh Street in Inkster while he was house hunting last weekend, and that man shot and killed him. Police say that they have arrested a suspect, but they have not released details just yet. And we continue to track Hurricane Dorian. It's continuing its path up the Atlantic coast, and the Carolinas are now in its bullseye. It's back to a Category 3 hurricane, and it's bringing with it some pretty dangerous conditions. We want to give you a live look right now at Myrtle Beach. You can't really see much through all of the raindrops there on the screen. It's pretty intense. The wind, rain there. Kathy Park is about 3 hours south in Charleston, where flooding is already a problem.
Overnight, Hurricane Dorian intensifying into a Category 3 major hurricane once again, barreling up the coast of Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, getting closer to making landfall in historic Charleston. Storm surge flooding and huge power flashes from high winds, damaging power lines and expected to dump between 15 to 20 inches of rain.
We're kind of in the thick of the storm right now, but I'm so proud of our citizens. They're mostly staying inside and staying put, and they need to continue to do so until this storm passes.
After devastating the Bahamas, Dorian gradually tapering off the Florida coast. Outer rain bands now pushing farther into the coast of the Carolinas, causing flooding that will only worsen, threatening homes, businesses, and beaches.
The rainfall is so heavy at times, we saw it dump anywhere between 1 to 2 inches per hour. And as the storm marches its way up the coast, it packed quite the punch here in the Low Country. Kathy Park, NBC News, Charleston, South Carolina.
All right, thank you, Kathy. We are also getting a new look at Dorian's path of destruction down in the Bahamas. Here's some video from the U.S. Coast Guard, and it shows entire neighborhoods destroyed. At least 20 people have been confirmed dead after the storm brought torrential rain and 185-mile-an-hour winds. Right now, many people are stranded on Abaco and Grand Bahama with no food, no water, and no shelter, really. But thankfully, the U.S. Coast Guard is helping with rescue efforts as much as they can. Of course, the storm now, we know that you're tracking its progression along the eastern coast.
Right, and it was downgraded to a Category 2 for a few hours, now back to a Category 3. Reports of tornadoes up and down the Carolinas as well, as is usually the case with these storms when parts of them hit land, and that friction creates that problem: flooding, storm surge, and tornadoes, along with the crazy wind. This is a 12-hour replay of the storm that is moving quickly up through South Carolina, now toward Myrtle Beach here. That is the latest that I am seeing here with 4 Live radar. So something to watch for sure. Here's the latest track of the hurricane as we take a look at the latest on this storm. Category 3 as of noon, 115-mile-an-hour winds, moving probably as a Cat 3 across southern North Carolina. It may hit landfall in the Outer Banks overnight into tomorrow as a Cat 2, 100-mile-an-hour winds. Back here at home, 60s to near 70, and we're on our way to about 74. Very peaceful here, but some showers tomorrow possible, Evrod.
All righty, Brandon, thank you. New at noon, the man accused of killing an off-duty DPD officer will be going to trial. Eddie Ray Jr. Johnson faced first-degree murder and firearms charges in the death of that woman, Elaine Williams. Back in June, Elaine Williams was found dead in her home in Garden City, and prosecutors fought to keep the first-degree murder charge, saying that Johnson set out to kill Williams.
The first-degree murder requires intent to kill. There is no other reasonable conclusion for probable cause purposes about what this man's intent was when you shoot somebody in the back, when you shoot them twice in the back, when you shoot them at close range in their head.
A judge said that he did not believe the murder was premeditated and decided to charge Johnson with second-degree murder instead of first-degree. So it's a major crackdown on jaywalking. Starting today, police in Warren and Detroit, as well as Lansing and Kalamazoo, will target jaywalkers and dangerous drivers. Those 4 cities have the highest number of pedestrian accidents, and that crackdown will run through September 11th. Again, that does start today, and you can find all the details on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com for that. Well, it was a pretty exciting morning for me, for everyone over in Woodhaven, as a new Buddy's Pizza location opens up. And you can see people camped out to be one of the first 100 customers who will win free pizza for a month for an entire year. The new Buddy's location is just there off of Allen Road, and they were kind enough to bring in some Buddy's Pizza for us this morning. It is delicious. All right, still to come, a serious selfie mistake. Take a look.
How stupid can you be to just keep pictures of yourself in the car that you stole?
Well, it's a fair question, but wait till you see how selfies and social media might have helped police find car thieves. But first, an Ohio woman is stopped at an airport with a baby hidden inside of her shoulder bag. Find out what authorities in the Philippines think she was actually trying to do that now has her facing charges.
Okay, guys, we're going to have a lot of fun today at 4 and First at 4. I'm going to take you back to high school. No, it's not your old high school, the kind you went to. All right, yeah, they've got new landscaping and a brand new car smell building, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm really talking about is the way they're teaching and the way kids are learning and the kinds of adults who are actually going to be sprinkled throughout southeastern Michigan because of the way this Northern Macomb High School is operating. I'll see you today at 4 on First at 4.